Did you recall any law enforcement being present at the Clinton Street? I'm sorry, the Clinton Street side crossing, I guess.
Yes, there was a law enforcement officer on the south side of the street, and as I mentioned before, he helped save a lot of lives by pushing our children back.
Appreciate the extra commentary.
Just when you think you've seen the worst, heard the worst of Darrell Brooks Jr. at the Walker Shaw Christmas Parade trial, you see that. How's it going, everyone? Christian Duke, Sight Sounds Flavors on YouTube, sightsoundsflavors.com. That right there just made my blood boil. Thanks for the extra commentary. I mean, obviously, he didn't like the witness's answer. Obviously, he was very upset. Not remorseful, not empathetic, angry that the witness did not answer the question the way that he wanted him to. Did the witness offer extra commentary? Yes. But Darrell Brooks Jr. murdered more than half a dozen people, injured 80, ruined lives forever, wreaked havoc on a community. You know, I mean, was that comment necessary? I mean, was it necessary for him? And the way that he made the comment and the pause after the comment. And then you got to wonder, what was the witness thinking? And the witness, this was not a walk in the park for the witness. You know, the witness was, in my opinion, I'm not a, psychologist, but was probably re-traumatized. And I have heard people, and I have received private messages from people that have a little bit of a hard time understanding. But men, I know this may sound, like bombshell news to some of you, which is, shocking to me, but men are traumatized too. This is not like, you're not like not tough, if you're traumatized, the man that was on the stand, when he said, that lives were saved, was talking about his children, was talking about his immediate family, wasn't, theorizing about the potentiality of something happening or weighing in on news around the world. He was talking about the people that were nearest and dearest to his heart. And so for Darrell Brooks Jr. to say, thanks for the extra commentary, and then look down at his papers and just ignore this man for, 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds. I'll tell you something, those seconds feel like an eternity when you are a victim, when you are trying, because mind you that a lot of the people in the trial probably went through extensive mental health therapy to try to contain or process what they went through. And then to go to the trial, it's like reopening a wound. And for him to make a commentary, to say thanks for the extra commentary, to treat the witness like that is like pouring salt on the wound. And I'm surprised that prosecution team didn't jump up or the judge didn't say something. I mean, personally, I would have liked to see, or would have liked to have seen, Judge Doro scold Darrell Brooks Jr. more so during the proceedings for the way that he treated the witnesses, especially the survivors, especially the loved ones of people that were lost. I didn't really see that. And she would have been well within her authority to have done that. There's trials where judges will, take these criminal defendants to task. Well, they're all criminal defendants, but I mean, prosay litigant defendants to task, because you've got the Ted Bundy situation, which, we've seen a lot on shows like Law and Order, We've seen it to some extent on more cop type shows like NYPD Blue. We've seen it with Blue Bloods. We've seen it with Matlock. I mean, we've seen it with a lot of the lawyer shows, the police lawyer shows, where you've got a defendant that really honestly isn't so much concerned with his or her innocence or his or her acquittal, but more so to be able to get in front of a witness and just barrage them, to relive the crime. And they take some sort of pleasure, whether it's sexual, whether it's intellectual, whether it's whatever it is, I don't know. It's some sort of psychosis, but that's why they do it. And you'll see that judges, whether on television shows or in real life, will scold these criminal pro se defendants that are, basically just making a mockery out of the trial, tormented. We saw this with Darrell Brooks Jr. and Erica Patterson. I mean, we saw this. I mean, we're watching a trial where the man is accused of murdering and injuring and wreaking havoc on innocent parade goers, but yet he's spending upwards of an hour, 2 hours, harassing his ex-girlfriend on whether or not she's a good mother, on whether or not her children live with her, on whether or not she had a Mike's Hard Lemonade, on whether or not, so what did that have to do with the parade? I don't know. Why was he allowed to do that? I don't know. But, thanks for the extra commentary comment. I mean, honestly, and I don't tend to get angry because I've just seen so many of these videos and so many of these clips, and I dissect them and I try to talk to you guys about them, and it would do me no good. It would do the channel no good, to start, dropping expletives, which YouTube doesn't like, and, losing my cool and yelling. We don't need that. But I got to tell you, this one particular comment, and I've had this on my phone, and then I had this on my computer for since Saturday. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. 5 days. So it's not like I just, I really, honestly, there's clips, and this is one of them. There's clips that I sometimes will say, this is just a little bit too close for me, a little bit, a little too close to the cuff, or however the saying goes. Because the thing is, there's a risk that, because I do go off on tangents, obviously. But then there's also the risk that I might get heated during the video, and I might just, and I haven't, and I'm proud of myself for that. I have not had to do multiple retakes. But there are clips that and I'm sure that you guys can figure out which ones those are, that I won't even try to make a video on them because I will get really worked up. This video, this clip, I would put in the top 20 or maybe even in the top 10 most outrageous statements from Darrell Brooks Jr. I don't know if you would agree or not, but I certainly think that, and it isn't so much that, thanks for the extra commentary, is such a horrible thing to say, but the context is what makes it horrible. And then those seconds of silence where he wouldn't even look at the guy. He's looking down, he's not reading anything, Other people have asked me to make videos on why Darrell Brooks Jr. didn't prepare better for the trial, and I will, but to address that just for a second, we know that he didn't put much thought into this. We know that he was sidetracked with the subject matter jurisdiction, who's the plaintiff, nonsensical, sovereign citizen mumbo jumbo. So he wasn't really reading anything. He just wanted the guy to sit there in that awkwardness after being on the receiving end of that rude comment. And I think he enjoyed, I really honestly think that Darrell Brooks Jr. enjoyed on some level, because I don't put him in the Bundy category, in the Ramirez category. He's not a serial killer, but he's, what do you think? I think that he took some pleasure in re-traumatizing the victims. And I think that he especially enjoyed, or especially took some sort of initiative to be extra rude to those that were not afraid of him. The Sue Opera example, she's not a victim, but she wasn't afraid of him. The gentleman who, there was a guy that was very muscular looking older guy, probably not older, but probably like maybe 50, but he was a muscular guy. Certain police officers, And I just feel that anything that was said or done that he didn't like, that he didn't approve of, he made sure that that person knew that he did not like it. And I'm having a hard time here explaining myself, which is not common, because I think I do a good job doing that without sounding conceited. But I'm having a hard time explaining to you how angry I am at Darrell Brooks Jr.'s comment of, quote, "Thanks for the extra commentary," end quote, and then the silence that ensued. I think that honestly, to me, is probably one of the rudest and most I don't know. It really bothers me. I mean, it really, and I don't want to think about it too much, because then I'm going to start to get angry. I'm not going to like trash the studio or anything. I got to put a backdrop back here, but I've got some nice lights, some good cameras here. I'm doing it with my AirPods in, which I don't know. I like it because it cancels out not that there's any sound in here, but it just makes it even it's perfect. But I'm doing that on purpose too, talking about these other things, because like I said, there's certain clips that if I try more to explain to you the anger that I have, I can't help but get angry. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I don't want to get angry. It's the beginning of the day. I want to have a nice day. But like I said, I've been sitting on this clip for 5 days, and I'm putting it out, and I'm hoping that you'll weigh in. I mean, is it just me, or I mean, does this not make your blood boil? I mean, is it just not like totally inappropriate? Again, I don't know. Also, guys, if it's not too much trouble, please head on over to everythingelsechannel.com, Everything Else Channel on YouTube. I'm saying this every day, and I see like 1 or 2 extra subs. Guys, you can really, really help the channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs. We're at around 840. And, I just want to see that channel do well, because I don't want to just put Darrell Brooks, Waukesha trial stuff here. I want to be able to kind of put some over there as well, and maybe more of the unfiltered stuff over there. And unfiltered just means that I will never share footage that people have offered. I don't want to share that. That's just too much. I don't want to do that. But when I say unfiltered, I mean like, whereas here, I don't want to delve too much into this because I might get angry. Over there, I might. And when I get angry, I'll start pulling things from other videos, commentary-wise, that I think some of you may enjoy. Also, I want to know if you guys want to see Sight Sounds Flavors do live chats, because I'm really considering that. I'm getting more emails, and I'm seeing more comments, and people are asking me, they want my insights. And sometimes, I feel bad, but there's so many questions that are left in the comments that it's not feasible for me. I'll take a screenshot. I'll say, hey, I'm going to make a video. I don't get around to doing it, because at this point, if I did that, I'd be making like 30 videos a day. So the live chat, I think, would be more conducive for me to at least try to answer more of those questions without making individual videos. And then the people that have these like burning questions, they can maybe do a super chat where you give like, I don't know, like however, even for $1, and then you could just jump up to the front of the line and I can answer you there. If you are not able to do a super chat because of financial reasons, then what you could do is you could be like a super supporter, in the sense that you could like every video, comment on every video. You could share videos on your social media, and I'll know that because I'll see how active you are, and then just say, hey, I'm a regular here, and you'll bump up that way. So this is not about like dollars or anything like that. It's just about doing the right thing. And I talked about this on the last video. And by doing the right thing, I mean, if somebody's going to drop $10 for me to answer a question, it's not about me wanting the $10 so much as me wanting to do the right thing, because, hey, $10, that's $3 more than minimum wage. And so if they're dropping $10 for me, just little old me, to answer a question, I feel like the right thing to do would be to answer their question first. If somebody is like religiously commenting, sharing the video, liking the video, leaving really good comments, and they say, hey, I'm a regular here, if they ask a question as opposed to say 20 people that I've never seen before, I think the right thing to do is to answer the regular's question first. So again, but I think though that the live chat would be great also, because you guys would be able to interact with each other in the comments section, and you'd get perspectives from that as well. So I had toyed with the idea of doing a members only section and then offering the live chat there, but I feel like maybe that would be one day, and maybe that would be like a special live chat. But I want to have like just I want to have like a live chat that's open to all. And the thing about the live chat also, and I'm sorry, this is like a housekeeping note here, but the thing about the live chat is, even if there's no one there, I can still talk on my own like I'm doing now, and I can still have a finished product, a finished video that I can share and promote. But I don't want to do that unless there's people. I want there to be people. So right now, I think for the next, 5 to 10 days, each time I put out a video on this subject, I'm going to ask that question. I'm going to say, what do you guys think? And, last video, there was a few people that left comments about whether or not we should do a live chat. Maybe this time around, there'll be a few more. And, after maybe like 10 days, I'll go back and I'll see, I'll try to like gauge how much interest there is in that. Because at the end of the day, it's about the subscribers. It's about what you guys want. I love doing this, whether I'm doing it this way or I'm doing it in a live setting. It doesn't really matter to me, because as long as I'm doing this, I'm happy. And I want to make you happy because I want you to subscribe. I want you to tell your friends to subscribe. I want the channel to grow. I want to reach more people. To me, if I was asked between make a bunch of money or reach a bunch of people, I would choose for reach a bunch of people, because I love the community. And when you reach a bunch of people, money comes. When you reach a lot of people, influence comes. When you reach a lot of people, you can, maybe like do a live chat. Maybe you could do like a meet and greet. I would love to do a meet and greet. I mean, it's kind of all comes together. But for me, if you were to ask me what's like my single biggest desire, it's to grow the channel, reach more people, meet more people. I mean? I love to travel. Sight Sounds Flavors is a travel channel. I like to travel. I like to watch bands. I like to check out new restaurants. I like to go to parks. I like to go to plazas. I like to talk to people. I like to do interviews. That's what Sight Sounds Flavors is all about. But these trials, like the Murdaugh trial, like Alex Murdaugh, he may very well get a new trial. Completely start brand new. All the mistakes made for the first trial, you can be sure will not be made for the second trial. And who's to say if he'll be acquitted for the second trial? I mean, that's pretty crazy, considering that he's like pretty guilty. You know what I mean? So, I mean, how can I not talk about that? How can I not talk about the Waukesha trial? And there's a couple other trials that people want me to talk about as well. So that's part of the sites. Not all the sites are good sites, unfortunately. And I got to tell you, there's going to be a lot of stuff to come. So I really, if I can get the folks that like the Waukesha stuff to check out my Exploring Kentucky stuff, if I can get you guys to check out my restaurant reviews, I got, videos from West Virginia, Ohio, Indiana, Florida, Chile, Costa Rica. I'm going to El Salvador soon. If I can kind of cross the audiences a little bit, I mean, why the heck not? So in any event, going on 17 and a half minutes here, me just babbling on and on. But if you guys want to see a live chat, by all means, please leave comments down below. And let me know if I'm being melodramatic about the, thanks for the extra commentary, tell me. But I think that was way too much, personally. But what do you say?